Today we are joined by Nicole here at Box Talk, powered by Half Price Packaging, where we sit down with founders and creators building bold brands and diving into real stories behind the packaging that brings all to life. I'm your host, Ali. Today we have a boss in the building,
Yes,
Nicole DiTommaso.
yes.
She's the powerhouse behind Sauce Boss Gang. It's a brand. It's a hot sauce brand that's mixing flavor with personality. I would say she's built more than just a product line. She's built a whole culture around heat and high quality sauce. Now we're honored to say that us at Half Price Packaging had a hand in bringing her vision to life with the custom mailer boxes that we have shipped to her fire doorsteps. Let's get into the story of Sauce Boss Gang, from
Yeah.
spicy beginnings to sauce
Oh,
domination.
yeah. Oh, I love that. That's a good play on
I
words.
made that. I made that.
Good job. I love it. No, that
Thank you.
totally works.
Thank you. So, how you doing today, ma'am?
I'm great.
I
When
probably
we're
asked
talking,
you that a million times.
it's all good. It's been a great productive day, so I can't complain. Happy to be here. So thank you for having me.
Of course.
As far as Sauce Boss Gang, like you kind of mentioned, we're products with purpose. So we use everyday products such as hot sauce, seasonings to inspire confidence. Our whole mission is to pour confidence into the world. So um, we do that by utilizing bold packaging with bold messaging and just trying to connect with our consumers every single day through a product you would use every day.
How did Sauce Boss Gang come to life? What initially sparked the idea, Nicole?
Yeah, actually, Sauce Boss Gang was born from my personal journey. So, my background in product development, I left
Oh,
a pretty large venture, but in the beauty industry.
did you?
And yeah, that's my original background is in the beauty industry.
Well, that's
But through
way two different worlds. That's two
Yeah, oh
different.
my gosh. Yes, two totally different worlds with a huge learning curve for me, for sure. Um, but in that journey, kind of found myself, I guess, losing myself and losing my own vision of what I wanted my life to look
Oh,
like. So when my contract ended, I decided to just go back to creating something I was passionate in. And like I said, I wanted to create something that people could use every day and be inspired by every single day. So I chose hot sauce. I love hot sauce, of course. But each flavor of our hot sauce, I do. Awesome. I have to get some in your hands. Each
please.
hot of our collection represents a specific chapter of my journey of bringing Sauce Boss Gang, the company, to life. So every single flavor, from the graphic to the meaning, has a chapter of my story of kind of stepping out of my comfort zone in fear and starting a completely new venture, as you mentioned, in a completely different space.
So when did you actually figured it out that hey, this isn't just hot sauce. This isn't just hot sauce that I'm making. This is more of a brand. You said that your person each flavor represents some stage in your life, some stage in the journey towards whether it was the beauty industry you were in or whether it was your childhood or any aspect of your life. What represents? When did you figure out what that hot sauce gang was a brand? Sauce Boss
Mhm.
gang. Sorry, not hot sauce. Sauce Boss.
Yeah, sauce busking. Well, before I even created the actual product in the hot sauces, I created the brand Sauce Boss Gang. And so Sauce Boss Gang represents a community of bold leaders and self-believers, and kind of I envision it like the underdogs of the world, right? Because that's kind of how my vision was brought to
Mm,
life. People didn't understand it at first, like, oh, you're going from the beauty industry to this completely different industry, why would you do that, you're already established. um eh, and things like that. So I actually created the name Sauce Boss Gang before we brought any sauce to life.
understood. So Sauce Boss gang, the name. you wanted it to represent what exactly? That it was a personality
Yeah,
trait.
and yeah, and just a couple things. We wanted to be the leader of hot sauce, so an authority. So that's kind of where boss kind of came from. Sauce, of course, because that's what we're making. And
Yeah.
then gang is our, just our community of self-believers. So it just kind of evolved naturally, all the pieces kind of connected.
Can you give me an example of a specific flavor that you can connect with? I'm sure you connect with all of them. Is there any specific flavor that you do connect with?
Yeah, so I really do like our coffin hot sauce, and that is one labeled with a sugar skull and, of course, called coffin. But the chapter on the back of that sauce, I think, is really powerful for me. And it's all about, letting your old self, your old chapter die and planting new seeds. So it's about that renewal process, that recreation, reinvention of yourself and what you want your life to look like.
What was
So
that
just
name?
kind
Coffin, ma'am?
of
Coffin?
coffin.
Is
Hmm.
it really, does it really make you feel like you're gonna die?
It's a medium hot. I mean, it
Medium?
definitely has spice, but it's not our hottest flavor. So
Oh, okay. So it's pretty medium, but the name sounds like holy hell, something's gonna happen.
yeah,
That reminds me of that show where celebrities eat a bunch of wings and they put hot sauce on it.
yeah,
I'm pretty sure you've seen that.
hot one,
The
hot
hot one.
one. Yeah,
Yes.
that's a goal of ours. So say a prayer for us.
Your brand has such a bold identity. I mean, when you look at the everything related to marketing, the way you show your brand to your clients, to your customers, it's so unique. And
Mhm.
I don't know, I've never tasted it, but as far as tasting and the flavor and the R&D that was involved with your products is concerned,
Yeah.
what do you think where was how did you come up with the product? What kind of experimentation did you have? Did you have family? Did you give it to some of your friends to taste, your family? How long did it take for the R&D?
So
And what
I'll
was
be
the product behind it?
yeah, so I'll be honest in the sense of I wanted to start with our core flavors, kind of with the mindset of anyone can enjoy them. So we did a lot of market research on what flavors most people buy the most of and most often. And that's kind of where we started. And then we formulated our own recipes to kind of put a different twist on it. So, for instance, just to give you an example, our Granada Spanish Chipotle hot sauce,
Mm.
is more, it has like a Spanish element to it in the sense of a more mesquite, smoky vibe, even more so than a traditional Chipotle. We're not using as much vinegar, so it's not as tangy. You really get that mesquite Chipotle layered flavor. So as far as the R&D, I would say it probably took about 6 months just to kind of do market research and then get the formulas made and then get them out in the market to test and get feedback and alter. But I don't think that's entirely too long.
Me personally, I put hot sauce on everything. A lot of
Yeah.
things. I don't think there's any food that couldn't go without hot sauce.
I agree.
Lately, I've been thinking about mac and cheese a lot. I don't know when I'm gonna get it. Have you tried your sauce with some mac and cheese ever?
Oh yeah. So our Toro Verde, our green jalapeno hot sauce is awesome with macaroni and cheese.
And how do you come up with new flavors? I don't know. Sorry, I haven't done that much research into sauce busking. I was just wondering where is there any more flavors coming out? Is there anything else they expect?
Well, we just released our newest flavor called Liquid Gold, and that's a mango scotch bonnet with elderflower and vanilla. So that one is very, very unique. It has a little bit of a floral note to it, a little bit of a sweetness, and then the scotch bonnet is definitely a hot. So
Yeah.
it's just very layered. It's more of a culinary driven flavor, very unique and really great for spring, summer.
And how do you come up with new flavors whenever something's gonna release? What
You
do you do?
know, I wish I had this crazy process, but I don't. They just kind of come to me and we just kind of say, let's think on this. How can we make it more unique? And then does it fit with the overall collection? Because I want all the flavors, whether it be the hot sauces or the seasonings, to be able to be utilized with each other.
Are they based on, yeah, like you said, it just comes to you, right? But is it based on seasons or trends or something, other factors that are external? Or
I would just say really market research. We do a lot of market research into what people are buying the most of, and that way we're able to, predict our volume and our sales better, and then hopefully, get reoccurring orders more constant. But with that being said, just another example, lemon pepper is
I love lemon
seasoning.
pepper.
Yeah, everybody loves lemon
My
pepper,
favorite
and market
dry
research
rubs
says,
better.
yeah. So
Wings.
we're like, okay, lemon pepper is too boring for us in the sense of we can't just make a lemon pepper. We have to put our own twist on it. So we did a lemon pepper with red cayenne. So you have really
Wow.
strong citrus notes. It's so good. Really strong citrus notes up front, and then followed by the smooth heat of a cayenne, and that's more of a medium blend. So just to give an example, that's kind of, even if market research says, lemon pepper is going to sell the best, um, we're still innovating and formulating and putting our own twist on it to stand out in that market.
Do you have your own twist on buffalo?
But we don't have wing sauces yet.
Okay, the sauces that you have, they're not, are they ideal for, let's say, a guy who goes to a wing place and he or she puts it on a wing, toss it in the wings? Is it is it that, or is it something like you dip it a little bit and
Yeah. All of our hot sauces can be used in dishes, drinks, and desserts. So we do a lot of creative cooking, culinary projects with all of our hot sauces and seasonings. But as far as a wing sauce, you would usually cut that down with butter. So you could just kind of think of it as our hot sauce is more concentrated on pepper versus a wing sauce. There'll be pepper in that, but it's going to be cut with something so that you get a higher fluid ounce and it goes
oh,
farther.
and
Mhm.
how much do your hot sauces go for?
Yeah, so individually, our hot sauces are priced at $15 a bottle. They're 100% all natural, vegan, no GMO, made in Ohio, packaged in Ohio. All of our artwork, label designs are commissioned by female artists of Columbus, Ohio.
Nice.
So we're also, yeah, it's great. So we're also paying, good commissions to artists. So we like to say our hot sauce is designer hot sauce, and that's why our flavors, obviously, we create ourselves, and the labels we commission artists to do. But our best deals are always in our hot sauce collections, where you're buying, multiple hot sauces at a time.
I think it's very good that you are definitely contributing to the local community and uh,
Yeah.
hiring local artists and brands and people who are involved in influencing
Hmm.
get this hot sauce attached to their name.
Yeah.
I think it's a very good thing to do because hey, if I was in Columbus, Ohio, Columbus, you said, right, man?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've never been, but I would love to try one of your hot sauces. Do you
Yeah.
ship your hot sauces, right? Because of course you do. We make mailer boxes for you. What am I saying?
Yeah.
We make
Yeah.
mailer boxes for you. Jeez. And speaking of mailer boxes, Nicole,
Mhm.
from
Yes.
your look, the mailbox look that we made was so strong, and I hope that it did align with your standards. What did you want
Yeah.
people to feel when they first opened the Sauce Boss Gang box?
Yeah, you guys did an excellent job. I have no complaints on the hot sauce boxes. It was excellent.
Appreciate it.
So
Appreciate it.
for people that can't experience sauce busking locally like yourself, what's really important to me is they still get that bold experience arriving on their doorstep. Our prices are higher, as I explained, for a reason being our sauces are just extremely high quality and we're commissioning local artists. So for me, that's important to still share that quality luxury experience no matter where the sauce is going.
Absolutely.
Um, so that's kind of the whole thought process about having you guys design the custom boxes for us.
The boxes, that's fine, but of course the labels that you have on it, it's so unique and peculiar. It
Yeah.
really never ceases to amaze me how great those labels are. I really wish that we were the ones who made your labels because man, those labels are great. And speaking of manufacturing labels, you can definitely. I'll ask Charlotte. She was your account manager, and she did a great job. I'll give hats off to her. I'll definitely let her
Yeah.
know we could catch up with you regarding your labels and even the bottles too. We can definitely get you the bottles, but the experience. How I've never opened up sauce. I've seen your boxes. I wish I had one on me though, because we all
We'll
ship
have to
them too.
find.
Yeah, but those boxes, when I looked at the box, it made me feel very like I'm opening a product that's not going to disappoint. I think that
Right.
was the whole reason. Plus, it also had that look with the boxes that was aligned with your branding, and I think that's what you aimed for.
Absolutely. Yeah. We just wanted, an extension of our brand. So whether you're on the website, whether a package is showing up at your door, it's from Sauce Boss Gang.
And what kind of hurdles did you find when you started found your when you were looking for a packaging design? Because you ship your sauces in those mailer boxes, and did you find any hurdles before when you finally found half price packaging?
Yeah, I would say the biggest hurdle I encountered sourcing that kind of packaging is two things. One, being able to find someone that did full color print, and two, somebody that had the capabilities to actually design the inserts to protect the bottles while shipping.
Yes, the inserts are important. Not only that they keep the bottle stable, they also provide a nice look whenever the customer open it up. They are
Hmm.
also there for aesthetics as well as safety. So
Hmm.
yes, we take our inserts very seriously here at the company. Yeah,
Yeah, no,
I
those were it was really, really good because it was very hard finding somebody that could do inserts.
of course. And the hurdles that you had when you were starting, or even now at this point, what kind of hurdles do you have as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, as a visionary? You seem like you look far into the future, and I think what kind of hurdles do you and people like you
Mhm.
see in the entrepreneurship world?
I think I've kind of come to the realization, I guess I should say, is that every business is pretty similar and you're looking at the
Right.
same hurdles, like how can we get the volume up, which, equates to sales? How can we drive the cost of goods down, which equates to volume? So those are things I'm always constantly
And
looking
then you
at.
look for a team, and then you're like, okay, you got to do this, this, and that, and then you look for another guy. You say you got to do this, this, and this, and then you assign tasks, and then you got to manage those tasks, and you have to make sure that the people that have the responsibility for those tasks are managing those tasks. And yeah, I understand what you're saying. I kind of get the gist of it. I'm not a business owner, so I don't know. But however, I am an employee, and I see
Yeah,
my uh, do that exactly. So,
absolutely.
what's
You just have
been
to always evaluate, just evaluate what's working, what's not working, and where there's room for growth, or if it's time to pull back on a certain channel.
but there's got to be something, some sort of a hurdle that nobody prepared you for. Was there
Oh,
something that
yeah.
curveball?
COVID was a huge
Yeah.
call.
Yeah.
Inflation was a huge curveball. So, there was a point in time where we couldn't even get glass. We just
Yeah.
we couldn't get glass. So I think that that's been my biggest curveball to date is just understanding, plan A, plan B when all these things go not your way.
I know Sauce Boss Gang is your flavors are so peculiar, and I bet they hit each and every taste bud of yours from a different angle. And I'm sure they're very very delicious. But you got to send me one,
Yeah, I
please,
will.
because I like stuff.
How
And
hot do you
what was that?
how hot do you like?
Well, I've how hot do I like? You know what? Just medium,
Okay.
kind of a little bit above medium would be great. Whenever
Okay.
you, I'm just kidding. Whenever you, I mean, hey, if you send
No,
me some sauces, I'm gonna take
yeah.
them. But uh, speaking of your, I'm just gonna go off that flavor part. It has the flavor, but
Mhm.
the community that you've created alongside the flavor, what
Mhm.
was that all? What was that about? The community, the building a brand, hiring the local celebrity, the local artists, celebs. What what sparked that idea? And I mean, how did you build a community? How did you build a community around your brand?
Yeah, I think that was the most natural part of building my brand because that's just who I am. And so sauce busking is really just, it's the most, I would say it really is an extension of my own identity.
Mm,
So s- luckily I don't have to work that hard for that aspect because it's just who I
that's
am.
who
And
you are.
well, that's what I wanted my next venture to be.
Authenticity.
Yeah, exactly. And then with that, I just feel like creatives in general don't get a lot of support that they deserve, that we put a
I
lot of, yeah, we put a lot of emphasis on whatever different positions in the world.
yeah,
And we kind of, yeah, we overlook creatives that it's not important. But, to me and to Sauce Boss Gang, we understand that art has the power to inspire. It has the power to make you look twice. It has the power to evoke emotions and see things that you normally wouldn't see. And so I think giving creatives a chance to share my vision through their work is a powerful thing.
and you do it through hot sauce. What a
Yes.
way to do it! What a way to do it!
That's
And
right.
what was that?
You
Sorry.
said right. Yeah.
No, I thought so. Authenticity it plays a huge part, and you connect with your customers through authenticity. And just like you said, you don't even have to work for it because it's just how it is. It's you. It's who you are. It's who they are. You're the artist. Excuse me. It's who they are who connect with you and your uh, your product and your hot sauce, and then they're able to shine as well while consuming the hot sauce and representing the hot sauce.
Right.
So, Miss Di Tommaso, I want to say, what's next? Any collaborations? I don't know if you want to drop them over here. If you want to do a hard drop, you can, but anything next? Any goals you're chasing in 2025, 2026? Oh, what's going on? Any underrated flavor? Any secret flavor that you got that you can disclose?
Well, I will say we are in the works right now of developing salsas. So that will be really great addition,
Cool.
a really great addition to the Sauce Boss Gang product line. And right now, my focus is really on partnering with nonprofits. So we're in the stages of getting a partnership deal together with a organization, and we will develop products that will give back a portion of the proceeds to that organization that aligns with Sauce Boss Gang.
That's
So
good.
I'm really looking forward to that. It's something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and I feel very grateful and blessed that I'm in the position to be able to do that.
I think social responsibility for companies is a very good thing because the more you give, the good karma comes back to you. We also had I did a podcast with one of our clients as well. He makes bread, and
Awesome.
he is out of a small town called La Crosse in Wisconsin, and he
Oh,
makes
cool.
bread. It's called Bucket of Bread. It's on Instagram. Look him up.
Yeah, I will.
He's Chris. We make boxes for him. Chris Wysong. He's a veteran.
Oh, awesome.
He makes bread. He just gives you a bunch of flour in a box. All you got to do
Oh,
is add water and add yeast, and yeah, you can make anything out of that bread. You can make pizza dough. You can make pretzels. You can make even croutons if you want to.
oh,
So
cool.
he does that, and he was also big on social responsibility and charities and even profit sharing for his employees. So I think that's a very good way to approach your business. I would do the same too, because not only that I want to make profits, of course, I got to too, but
Yeah.
sharing the profits in a meaningful way does matter a lot. So let me just ask you a couple of cool questions. What's your most underrated flavor line?
My what? My most underrated flavor?
Yes.
I would probably have to say Granada, the Spanish Chipotle.
What's
Because
the sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say a lot of people will, Chipotle flavor just by nature is one of those things you either generally love or you hate. But I always encourage people, even that don't naturally gravitate towards it, to try it because it's very, very different. And most oftentimes they end up liking it because it's not like a traditional Chipotle. But I would say that flavor because people see the word Chipotle and they're like, oh no, I don't want to try that.
What's your favorite?
My favorite is La Jefa, which is the boss herself, and that's our hottest flavor. It's a garlic
No
scorpion
way.
with habanero mash and mustard seed. It's a super hot, but it's very, very unique flavor, and it has won quite a few awards because it doesn't lack flavor. So nothing we make is just hot to be hot. There's always
Right.
flavor to it.
You always get
And
a nice kick out of it.
yes, and
Yeah.
so I don't know, that flavor I just feel that's my favorite. It's very unique, but it's hot and it's like just addicting.
And what do you put it on?
Uh, I mean, you can put it on everything. I cook with it a lot too. It's great in like broths, soups, chili as a marinade. Great in a spicy margarita.
Probably a dab would do the trick, right? Maybe a dab or
Yeah,
two.
just a little bit of that one for sure.
I
And
used
I
to
always tell, what? Go ahead.
no, I was gonna say I used to work at a restaurant back in Boston, and one of my boss, he was a chef. I used to work at the kitchen, and he gave me a couple of wings. He gave me buffalo wing, and then he just put a dab of like really hot sauce on the wing, and he's like, "Here you go, try it." I'm like, "All right, what's a dab gonna do?" Yeah, and what
Right.
the dab did was sent me in outer space. It was very hot. I'm like, "Wow." So I'm
Oh,
reminiscing at the time now.
I wonder if he gave you like an extract because sometimes those little bottles,
Could be,
it's like an extract.
could be,
Yeah,
could be an
that's mean.
extra.
He did, that's mean. You got to get payback.
Really? You think so? You think he did that to me? Probably now I'm thinking the same
Oh no, I don't want to start like a feud.
thing. Because now that I think
I'll
of
send
it,
something hot and you can send it to him.
yeah, because what he put on the hot sauce, what he put on the wing, it was very thick.
Oh, hmm.
So that was it probably an extract.
It might have been. It might have
Really?
been. You said it was in a little bottle. Usually they tend to be in smaller bottles.
See what it was, but it was just thick and it was just rubbed on top of it, and I was like, the minute I took a bite out of the wing, it just hit me like 30 seconds or a minute later. But in the beginning, it was nothing. I was like, what the hell? I'm better. I'm too big for this.
Yeah.
It does humble you. Got to tell
Yeah.
you that much.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it does. It does. And so you did say that it was you could put it in margaritas or
Mhm.
drinks and basically everything. And
Yeah.
I think that's a very good product to have since you could, you know, you have so much diversity to put
Yeah.
your product on. So I believe
Mhm.
that's very good. But I wouldn't put it on fries though. Actually,
Why?
would you? I would. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. I put a hot sauce on
Do
French
you?
fries.
Yeah, on French
Yeah,
fries.
it's like a staple. You've
Really?
never done, oh, you gotta try
I
it.
done barbecue sauce, but I don't. I gotta try it. I should
You,
try it.
yeah, you gotta try it. It's a good
I've
one. It's a good
Yeah, I
combo.
put it on ramen. I've put it on
Yeah.
mac and cheese for sure. Of
Hmm.
course, wings,
Hmm.
pasta too. But I've never
Yeah.
tried French fries. I would. I would definitely do that.
Guys.
Yeah, thank you, Nicole, for coming. And what's
Yeah.
the what's as far as your packaging is concerned? Do you if you do you sell your product in a in in uh, in tuck boxes as well, or is it?
Like individual tuck boxes?
Yeah,
No, we
no,
don't. Not right now,
you don't.
no.
And do you? I know you're a retailer,
Mhm.
but do you are is Sauce Boss Gang also in stores?
In a few, and that's actually something we're working on now, because our product is more expensive and we don't want to lose focus on the aspects of the designer hot sauce in the sense of showcasing the art and all that. It's a little bit of a different approach for us. We're not just looking to launch into every grocery store. We're definitely very thoughtful of where we think we would be received very well, as well as novelty stores because of the packaging. Our products are great gift items as well.
Of course. Yeah, yeah. Speaking of gifts, I would imagine if I give your hot sauce to someone I love, someone who is important in my life. I think that would definitely put a smile on their face, given the taste,
Yeah,
given the boxes, the aesthetic of the boxes, given all that comes with the product. I think it would be very, very make my recipient happy that I give the product, give my recipient that gift. And
it's a
that's a
fun.
very good idea that you gave me about giving it as a gift. So yeah,
Yeah.
you're maintaining the integrity of your product and the
Mhm.
essence of the product by you know by
Being
doing
select.
being selective. Exactly, correct. I think that's a
Yeah.
very, very good way to go about it. And that's good branding and that's a very good business move as well. I think that's very great. That's very
Yeah.
great. So,
It's,
Nicole, what were you going to say? Sorry.
no, I was just gonna say it's something that's just important to me. Like I don't need my product to be everywhere. I want it to be in the right places so that whoever we're partnering with benefits just as much as we do.
Of course. Of course. I think that's a very great trait to have. And what is your, where is, so on Instagram, I can find you on Instagram, Sauce Boss Gang, and your website is www.saucebossgang.com.
Mhm.
And where else can consumers, clients, customers find you and your
Yeah.
sauce?
Obviously we're on Facebook Marketplace, TikTok Shop, Instagram, and all of our handles are just Sauce Boss Gang. So super easy. We do partner with a few local grocery stores in Columbus, Ohio, and we actually are in the Chase Polaris and Easton campus in Columbus, Ohio as well.
Chase
So
Polaris.
mhm. So, Chase Bank, the organization, one of
Oh,
their headquarters is
I got
in Columbus, Ohio. Yeah.
yeah.
So we're in one of the main campuses at their store. But for the most part,
Cool.
for right now, I always tell people we're an e-commerce brand majority right now. So
Mm,
until we get a few other things ironed out, shop online, saucebossgang.com.
yeah, get it directly from the source right there. All right.
Directly from us.
Well, thank you so much, Nicole. It was a pleasure having you. It was great. I really enjoyed the conversation. And as far as your packaging is concerned, I know you're going to grow. This is just the foundation. I mean, you're already. I know everything. The brand that you have. It's definitely. uh, very, like you said, selective and
Mhm.
stable, and you want it to be in the right place and in the right
Yeah.
hands. So definitely you're gonna expand, and I don't know how, what plans you have, because I'm not an entrepreneur. I don't know, but I'm sure you have a great vision, and I wish you all the best with that vision because I want you to succeed. Because if you succeed, we succeed right here because we make
Absolutely.
boxes for you, and
Yes, absolutely.
I want you to keep on letting us know if there's any challenges that you face with your packaging, or even if there's other stuff that you want to talk to me about. I'm always available. I will
Yeah.
send you an email with all my information. I will even connect you with our CEO, Hamza Badi. He's our CEO at the company, and I will also uh, add you to our referral program. If you refer anybody to us, we'll provide you with a
Yeah.
10% discount
Absolutely.
as
Yeah.
well, and we would also give you a 10% discount on the next order that you place with us. And
Awesome.
I think, please let me know, ma'am, any packaging or not packaging related issues that you have. You let me know, and then I'll talk to
I
you. I'll
will.
fix it for you. I'll get you in the right hands. I'm available for you. I'm actually the client relationship. I'm the client relationship manager. I'm from the
Mhm.
client relations department. So this is my
Oh,
job, basically, just to speak
yeah.
to our clients, talk, have a conversation. Nothing, just getting our clients to the right people. So you can always reach me anywhere you want. I'll always be there, available with you or a member of your team. It's
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm very, very happy with the boxes, and definitely send me over the information for referral because that would be great. I have people ask me all the time. So that would be very beneficial for us both.
absolutely, Nicole. Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming to the
Yeah,
show. Also, before you leave, are you on your phone or a laptop?
I'm on my laptop.
Laptop, sure. If you whenever we shut the recording down, if you could just keep the laptop a little open, maybe for like a couple minutes, so the recording uploads correctly, that would
Okay.
be great. If you just leave it open for another 30, 45, 40 minutes just to be safe, that would be appreciated. But other than that, thank you,
Cool.
Nicole, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much. Nice to meet you, and we'll talk soon.
Absolutely. We will talk soon.
Awesome. Have a great night.
Great day, Nicole. Thank you.